this video we want to look at tritone substitutions, what they are and how we can use them. All right, so a tritone is basically the midway point of an octave. Okay, it is made up of 3 tones. All right, so if I'm on my C, 1 2 3, I get my tritone. All right, a tone is made up of 2 steps. So if I'm on my F, 1 2 3, I get my tritone. If I'm on my G, 1 2 3, get my tritone. Alright, so that is what a tritone is. It is also called an augmented fourth or a diminished fifth, because if I'm on my perfect fourth and I move a step up or I expand it, I get an augmented fourth or a tritone. If I'm on my perfect fifth and I move a step back, I get my diminished fifth or tritone. So these are other names for it. Alright, if you're not really familiar with these intervals, kindly check out my video on intervals. Alright, my very first video on intervals, and you're going to understand what they are and how they work. Okay, so this is tritone substitution. This is a tritone. Okay, so what is a tritone substitution? So a tritone substitution is simply taking the dominant 7th chord of a particular note, okay, and then or a particular key, and then substituting it for another dominant 7th chord, which is a tritone away. Okay, so if this is my dominant 7th chord on my C, on my C7, okay, I'm going to substitute this with this F sharp 7, okay, which is also a dominant 7th chord. All right, so in my progression, if I have to play this, I'm going to substitute it for this F sharp 7. All right, so that is basically what a tritone substitution is. Okay, so this works because look at my dominant 7th. All right, look at my F sharp, my C dominant 7th, and my F sharp dominant 7th. Okay, you realize that in any particular 7th chord, the 3rd and the 7th are the most important chord tones because they describe the chord quality, whether it is a major, a minor, or a dominant chord. Okay, so over here, my 3rd and my 7th in the C7 is the same as my 3rd and my 7th in my F sharp 7. Alright, only that it has been inverted. So the 3rd over here is the 7th over here, and the 7th over here is the 3rd over here, but they are the same thing. Alright, so that is why a tritone substitution works. That is why you can perfectly substitute this for this. Okay, so in my previous video, we learned that if we wanted to do a secondary dominant passing chord, say if I'm on my C and I wanted to move to my 5, I can do a secondary dominant by just building a dominant 7th chord on the 5th note of the particular chord I want to go to. Alright, so if you don't really understand or you're not familiar with how to use secondary dominants, kindly check my previous video on how to use it. All right, so we learned that, okay, so assuming I'm on my 1, I want to go to my 6, I can do a secondary dominant passing chord, okay, and it's going to work. All right, now what tritone substitution is saying that instead of using this passing chord or this secondary dominant to my 6, I'm now going to use another dominant 7th, which is a tritone away from what I just did. Okay, so instead of using this, I'm going to use the tritone away dominant 7th. Okay, so let's look out for the dominant 7th. So it will be, all right, so 1 2 3. All right, so B flat becomes my dominant 7. B flat 7 becomes my dominant 7 away from what? E. Okay, so instead of doing this, I'm now going to do this. Alright, so basically that is what a tritone substitution is. Okay, so if I'm on my 1 and I want to go to my 5, initially I would have done a secondary dominant passing like this. But now I'm going to substitute it for another dominant 7, which is a tritone away from our D7. Okay, so that will be G. All right, so that will be G. Sorry, that will be G sharp. So that will be G sharp 7. All right. So instead of playing this, I'm not going to play. All right. So basically, that is what a tritone sub is. Okay, and you can easily do this by one of the easiest tricks to do this is that if say I want to come to F, just go a step up and build a dominant 7th chord there, which will lead you back to your F. If I want to say come to G, just go a semitone up, build your dominant 7th chord, which will bring you back to your G. If I want to go to my set, just go up, build your dominant 7th chord, which will bring you back to your set. Alright, so basically that is what a tritone substitution is. Alright, so let's take a progression where you can fix it in and then see how it works. So let's take a 1 6 5 4 progression. So sorry, a 1 6 4 5 progression. So we're going to introduce our tritone. Okay, we're going to introduce our tritone to our 6, okay, and then to our 5. All right, so it's going to sound like this. Alright, so that is how it is going to sound. So basically that is what a tritone sub is. Okay, once you want to move to any particular note, say I want to come to C. Alright, sorry, I got distracted. So assuming I'm here, assuming I want to come to my C. Alright, I move a semitone up, alright, and build my dominant 7th, which can lead me to my C. Okay, so that is how it works. You can do it for all of the notes. Okay, so one thing is that you can still maintain your secondary dominant, okay, in front of your tritone sub. Let's see how that works. So our progression is alright, so what I just did was just to play my tritone sub. Alright, so instead of playing, say, my secondary dominant to the set, alright, I bring my tritone sub in front of this secondary dominant. Alright, so it becomes so that is how it works. So you can try it out for all the other notes and then practice more so that you get used to it. Alright, thanks for watching this video. See you in the next lesson.